You are sitting in the cockpit of a modern fighter jet, pulling heavy maneuvers, when suddenly, multiple system alarms trigger at once. The aircraft shudders violently, losing altitude, and within a fraction of a second, you realize the jet is completely unsalvageable. You cannot simply unbuckle and jump. At these speeds, the air pressure outside the cockpit is high enough to be immediately fatal. A human body would be shredded by the aerodynamic force of the wind blast alone. To escape the aircraft, you have to do something counterintuitive. Strap yourself to a seat loaded with its own high explosives. When you reach down and pull the yellow and black handle between your legs, you initiate an automated sequence that takes exactly 2.5 seconds to snatch you from the doomed aircraft. This 2.5-second window is defined by the physical limit of what a human spine can withstand and the speed at which a machine can react. At exactly T-00 seconds, the handle is cold. The mechanical linkage fires. Before the seat can move an inch, the aircraft has to remove the heavy acrylic canopy directly above your head. Launching a pilot into reinforced bird strike-proof glass would be immediately fatal. To clear the path, a specialized detonating cord laced through the canopy glass triggers, shattering the roof into thousands of fragments, while explosive bolts blow the remaining frame clear of the cockpit. Opening this vertical escape route takes less than the blink of an eye. It is the mandatory prerequisite for the launch that follows. At T plus 0.15 seconds, a primary rocket positioned directly underneath the seat ignites. This chart compares G-forces to show the scale of that launch. While normal gravity on Earth is 1 G, and an intense roller coaster might push you to 4, the main ejection rocket accelerates the pilot's body upwards at 12 to 20 Gs. This schematic outlines the internal restraint system designed to prevent flail injuries. Outside the cockpit, air resistance at these speeds can catch a pilot's limbs and tear them away from the torso. To secure the lower body, automated mechanical garters around the calves fire, pulling a tether that snaps the heels back tight against the chair base. Simultaneously, shoulder straps retract, forcing the spine into a rigid, locked alignment. This automated restraint system is the only thing preventing the force of the life-saving rockets from causing catastrophic injury to the pilot's own body. At T plus 0.5 seconds, the seat has successfully cleared the tail fins of the fighter jet. It is now a heavy object tumbling through the atmosphere. A drogue chute deploys from the top of the seat to act as an anchor. It catches the air to stabilize the chair and keep the pilot upright for the remainder of the sequence. Once stable, at exactly T plus 1.50 seconds, the metal seat releases its grip. The hardware drops away, leaving the pilot separate from the ejection system. With the seat gone, the massive main parachute deploys. This creates enough atmospheric drag to decelerate a human body to a safe landing speed. The 2.5-second automated sequence is now complete. The ballistic launch has transitioned into a controlled descent back to Earth. When the pilot hits the ground, they have survived. However, the physical toll of those 2.5 seconds is measurable. A 20G rocket blast directed through the base of the chair compresses the skeletal system. This often results in spinal compression fractures. These physical risks contribute to why pilots may hesitate to eject. They also bear the responsibility of steering a failing, multi-million-dollar aircraft away from populated civilian areas before the seat is triggered. The compressive forces on the spinal column are so significant that survivors of an ejection are frequently shorter than they were before the launch. Ejecting is a physically traumatizing last resort. The permanent damage to the spine is the physical trade-off for a successful rescue.